What is up, everybody? It's your boy Rogue here. So hopefully the lighting is somewhat decent. I'm mix matching my car light with this GoPro light. It's kind of dark outside in Chicago. You guys know how the Midwest is around the winter season. Stuff start getting dark early. Nevertheless, man, back at Quality Gaming for another weekly Tuesday tournament. Tournament starts in like 40 minutes, and I'm playing Crystal BC yet again. The combo version of this time. So last vlog you guys saw, I was playing the Crystal Conclave control build. And I'm not gonna lie, my build wasn't the best. I'm pretty sure there's better builds out there. However, with that being said, I soon realized that the combo build might be the move because I can still control the field with the counter trap, because in the combo build I'm running, it runs 3 of the counter trap. And most of the combo builds I've been seeing online runs 1, some run 2. I'm running 3, maxing out on that Omni Negate because it's continuously search. And I'm also main decking the Ancient City Rainbow Ruins, the Crystal Beast field spell to negate spell and traps, because I discovered how to play and get that out really easy. So man, yeah, man, it should be a really good time. Smash that like button at this point in the video. Get this video to 500 likes or 2 super thanks. And yeah, man, with all that being said, let's get into it. Without further ado, let's begin. Alright guys, coming into round 1 of the tournament, ended up playing against Sprite Tri Brigade, and it was definitely an interesting game to say the least. I ended up losing a die roll, story of my life, and my opponent pops off. I haven't played as much against the Sprite Tri Brigade matchup at all, especially with heroes, so me learning this matchup with Crystal Beast was very annoying to say the least, because I didn't know what to do in a lot of scenarios. And I'm still taking some getting used to with the deck. Like, I don't play test outside of going to local, so everything's a learning process for me. That's partially one of the reasons why I just stick to one deck for a long time. So I made the Ruby Carbuncle play. I messed up when I did Pegasus. I should have put another Pegasus in the back row instead of the bird, so that way I could pop off. However, I didn't pop off properly, but I just made a Abyss Dweller and ran into a Sprite Pixie. I didn't know if he was running Pixie or not, but nevertheless, he did have a Pixie. And I'm just sitting with the Ruby Carbuncle, and I did flip the Crystal Conclave. I was a little confident. I bounced back his Sprite Elf, and he is going to Access Code Talker me, putting some heavy damage on board. On my following turn, I just had Ruby Carbuncle. I drew the Crystal Researcher, the Pegasus, and I just started popping off at this point because I brought out the Rainbow Dragon with the Turtle. And at that point, it was all she wrote. I actually snatched game 1 from the opponent. Now, coming into game 2, my opponent is going to go first and set up an amazing board. I did swipe in my D-Shifter because I took him out of the main deck. And I didn't draw no side deck cards, no D-Shifter, no Dark Rule Lemore, nothing, nada. Not even an Ash Blossom. I would have been happy with an Ash Blossom. Still debating if I want to run Ash Blossom or not. I might cut it, only because I feel like it don't do enough. It's good against decks that it don't matter against. I opened up the Feather Duster, played the Feather Duster. I did side that in, so that was good. So I guess I did draw some side deck stuff, but he just had way too many interruptions. Like, Sprite does so much, man, from the adding of the blues to the deck is just really annoying, to say the least. So I try to make my best to come back in game 2 as well, even though he set up a good board. And I thought I was, but however, my opponent just had way too much advantage. And then we are going to scoop it up pretty much and go to game 3. Now in game 3, we technically drew in time. My opponent was still comboing. He pretty much stated like, oh, I was going to go to battle phase. I'm like, well, you didn't declare battle phase. I didn't really feel like arguing, so I'm like, you know what, you can just have it, but just let you know next time that in a big tournament, they're not going to let you slide, because I know how it is, like, trying to combo and attack for games. So I'm like, I didn't want to be that guy to, I guess, technically shark at locals, but it is what it is, so I gave him the win. So I'm going to catch you guys on the next clip, man. Y'all stay tuned. Alright guys, round 1 is over, ended up losing in time. Sucks that it's what it is. I could have ruled shark, but I'm not going to be on that. It's locals, like, it's whatever. Let me open my packs and then go over my match. The match was good. I had the full combo hand. Game 3. I just misplayed. Well, I didn't do my combo properly, and then on top of that, my opponent had Nibiru, so go figure, right? Let's see. What did I pull out my pack? Oh, that's trash. Come on, let's see. What else? Big money, big money.
pull nothing. So yeah, so far so good. I just need more practice with the build. This is why I'm not tripping. And yeah, I'm gonna catch you guys after the next clip. Y'all stay tuned.
Alright guys, coming into round 2 of the tournament, ended up playing against Virtual World. Now it's kind of crazy because the last time I played against this opponent, he was using Despia, I believe. So I guess he switches to the Virtual World. Like I said, my shop has a variety of players with a variety of different decks, so it's always good play testing that quality. So I started off with my combos, did it properly. I couldn't really pop off the way I wanted to because I opened up the Rainbow Dragon. So one thing I learned about the Crystal Beast deck really fast, like you can combo heavily, but when you open up your Rainbow Dragon, it's kind of crappy. So luckily, I had the counter trap, and I believe I had a Crystal Conclave and the continuous spell, so I was decent. And then eventually, I did top deck the I believe I topped the Rainbow Bridge, which added me the card that goes with Rainbow Dragon that allows me to special summon the Crystal Beast from the deck. Forgot the card name, which allowed me to do Ruby Carbuncle and come back with this field right here. Now I did was able pretty much to be in a good position because I did have the Crystal Beast 3 in the back row. I had the one Crystal Beast monster, which I did use to negate one of his spells. On top of that, I had made a Time Thief Redoer just to dodge, duck and dodge, duck and dodge. I probably should have just did, in hindsight, I probably should have just did either Baguska instead of Redoer, because the Redoer was almost cost me the game. What saved me is when my opponent was trying to put damage on board, I did have the field spell, which cut his damage in half. That really saved me. And on my turn, I pretty much just came back, boosted up my guy, ran over his synchro because he had the 3K synchro, and pretty much that got me game. Because he did try to counter trap me, but I used my own counter trap to. Oh, sorry, he did try to trap card me with the Virtual World card, but I used my own trap to negate it. Coming into game 2, he's gonna pop off like really good. And once again, I did side in my D shifter, didn't draw it, didn't even draw Ash Blossom. And like I said, I don't know if it's gonna play in common D shifter. I do know like playing the foil ones, you technically draw them more, or I just had bad luck. Like, I power shuffle everything. I lost my die roll again, and it's like yeah, I'm tired of struggling game 1 to break boards. But this was definitely some solid testing for sure because like at least I know, depending on my opponent's hand, depending on my hand, I could probably break their board with freaking Crystal Beast, bro. It's insane. So nevertheless, he made a really nutty board. I couldn't break it to save my life. He had too many negates, and he Scythe blocked me on top of that. So that really, the Scythe was what really hurt. We got to ban Scythe, man. Now coming into game 3, we didn't really have much time to do anything because time got called, and we're gonna draw. But my opponent was getting ready to leave and go home anyway, so he's just gonna give me the win because he didn't want to continue playing. We both was already X1, and a draw with an X1 is no prize. And so I'm gonna catch you guys in the next clip, man. Y'all stay tuned. All right, guys, round 2 is over. I ended up drawing with my opponent, but he's gonna leave, so he just gave it to me. So, yeah, there should be. This is round 3. Currently X1. With the deck, I could have won in time though. I could have made Cowboy. I just didn't make the Cowboy. I don't know what I was thinking. I was scared of Nibiru because the deck loses hard to Nibiru. Nevertheless, times it got called. The shop is pretty crowded. But yeah, I'm loving the list. It just takes some getting used to because I'm so used to going Ferris, Stratos, whatever. Now I gotta think about my plays and be conservative. So I don't want to hold my opponent up. So I'm gonna catch you guys on the next clip. All right, y'all stay tuned. All right, guys, coming to round 3 of the tournament, ended up playing against Flu Wonderies, and I ain't gonna lie, this was a pretty freaking good game. You guys are in for a treat. So game 1, I actually lost that roll again. My opponent actually just passed because he bricked. He did open up the shifter, so I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna just pop off and just put some heavy damage on board. And it was at this moment I was thinking to myself, like, man, if I get Nibiru, I'll be screwed. And or if there was a way I could freaking just do heavy damage in general, and like OTK, I would. Like I need to figure out a way to OTK in his deck in one turn. I ended up winning because he scooped because his hand was that bad. He evenly matched me, and I believe I kept the continuous spell, used my extra normal and pass, and he just had to scoop it up. Like he had nothing left. Game 2, he's just gonna pop off. I didn't open up once again, no hand traps. Or actually, I'm lying, open up Ash Muscle. However, Ash is not good enough against this deck. You need Dark Ruler. And you definitely don't want to D-shifter them because the deck runs D-shifter itself and actually benefits when you if they have a D-shifter. So kind of crazy. He's gonna pop off, and I still wasn't doing terrible at all. It was just that first time playing against Flunderies, and I was wondering how this matchup was. And yeah, he just had way too much advantage. Wasn't nothing I can do, and we had to scoop and go to game 3. Coming to game 3, this was literally a boss battle. Game 3, like we was going back and forth. I thought I should have won. Like I made a big misplay. I'll let you guys know what happened. I asked my boy Jackson who runs Flunderies about the misplay. He told me what I did wasn't really a misplay, but it would have been the better play if I would have just did my first mine, but I didn't do it. I went with my second mine. So as you guys can see, I'm controlling the board. I have perfect setup. I have literally everything, and I just got control at the point. I got 3 back row, actually 4 in the back row. I got the field spell up. He can't really deal damage to me. I'm negating his spell and traps left and right. And I had the Rainbow Bridge continue spell. And I did Ruby Carmichael play, popped off, made Dugaris, pit damage on board. Now this is where I messed up at. I made Appaloosa. I should have went Baguska. Because that deck Flunderies just loses to Baguska. But I made Appaloosa, and that allowed him to chain block me and just force my Appaloosa to negate certain effects of his, and it allowed him to pretty much outplay me and just beat me. So, yeah, lesson learned, made Baguska against Flunderies. I'm going to catch you guys in the next clip, man. Y'all stay tuned.
All right, guys, I lost round 3 against Flu. Game 3, just made some questionable decisions. Like, I had a scenario where I could have made, oh, where's my extra I got? Baguska. Could have made Baguska, but I had a field full of monsters. I think the camera died, so you probably didn't see that part. But I ended up making Appaloosa, and that cost me the game because he just chain link blocked Appaloosa, got his attack lord, and yeah, that was goofy. I should have just did Baguska. Could have stalled and won, but nevertheless, it is what it is. That's how I play the last round, depending on if my opponent shows up, and I guess I'll catch you guys in the next clip. Y'all stay tuned.
Alright guys, we went to the last round of the tournament, ended up playing against Cyber Dragons. Now, considering I just wanted to do some more play testing, I just stayed in. Usually I would have went home by now, but I know I definitely need to play testing for Crystal Beast, so I'm glad my last round opponent showed up. And I'm just learning different combos. I finally opened up the one that lets you dump the trap, so I just started popping off. I had a really good hand turn 1. My opponent said he didn't open up any hand traps, so I just went freaking nuts. Set up board, added Crystal Beast spell, pit more Crystal Beast monsters in the back row, ended on Appaloosa, Pegasus, and Pass. Unfortunately, he just had the freaking Kaiju, but it didn't matter because I had like 4 Crystal Beasts in the back row, which allows me to draw cards. I had the Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon thing that let me special summon Crystal Beast monsters back. Brought back Ruby Carbuncle, was spanning the field again, and just did a lot of damage. Coming into game 2, my opponent decided to let me go first. He wanted die roll. I lost die roll all day. He's doing like a Cyber Dragon OTK build, and I just controlled him again. And yeah, I don't know why he let me go first, but he did. Nevertheless, I'm gonna make Baguska and every damn thing, but he is pretty much not gonna be able to break my board. So I actually won 2-0, thank God. So I'm gonna catch you guys on the next clip, man. Y'all stay tuned.
Alright guys, I actually won round 4 against Cyber Dragons. My opponent just learned his deck. I'm learning my deck, so really interesting game. I learned the power of Baguska. I've never played with Appaloosa in my defense for today's event, so I had to realize like this card is easy to play around. But I'm gonna go into it more in the future. This card, I had to remember 1,000 times I forgot my main phase, so I didn't want to cheat my opponents. But yeah, finishing the day with 2-2. Can't really complain. Just annoyed making my own mistakes. He's telling me just to calm down. It's not that serious. But like, I hate making. I know. I just hate like when I mess up. It's like, it sucks. No, it ain't life. I'm a robot. I gotta be a robot. That's it. You're right. That's just competitiveness. Runix is terrible, bro. Actually, Runix is broken.
What?
You don't like Runix?
Oh, I played on it.
Are you later? Oh, okay.
I like it. It's
Yeah,
fun.
but
It's fun.
the deck's fun though. You
fun
gotta
to
get used to
see.
playing it now. I like this build a lot, so I gotta get a deck profile for my boy Jackson. He actually won his regionals, so I'm gonna get that profile and put it on my channel. But yeah, man,
For real, bro.
I'm gonna show you guys the list towards the end of the video. But yeah, man, y'all stay tuned. All right, guys, while I'm waiting on my boy Jackson to get ready for his profile, I'm just gonna show you guys the list I'm running. Because this is like a pseudo mini profile before I do an actual list. I don't want to make a list for the channel until I at least top locals, but like, I probably could have did it today if I just didn't misplay and if I wanted to be a douchebag and just like rude shark for time. but I didn't want to be on that. So I'm running like one of these guys. That's 6 different names right there. Obviously 3 of these. Then I once per turn, and they can pick themselves. I don't have the Cherubini, like I said. I don't know if I mentioned that in the video, but I'm doing it my own way, where it's like I'm just fueling the back row quick as possible to bring out the Rainbow Dragon, and then I'm doing these. So I think that's the best way to run it, honestly, because it's really consistent, and it allows you to just pop off, and then you really don't want the games lasting that long. Then so Ash Blossoms. One Necker Valley, haven't used it. I've been using this all day. My goal is just to fuel the back row, get that 1 free negate, and then set a counter trap. At least I got 2 negates, and that's usually good because a lot of people are main decking, at least here, evenly matched and Feather Duster. So
There's some things that are not.
and this standard stuff, Flute Bearer Goods, Copper the Grave, the Dark Rulers. Didn't use it, not once today. Waking in the Crystal beats Ultimates is nuts. Yeah, this card is pretty good. This is one of the reasons why you don't really need to run more than multiple names, because you can just bring back Ruby Carmichael and just come back up and go back down, all that stuff. Then this is the combo starters. The Beacon is a combo. I fear if they ash this, I lose. So, well, not lose, but like it stops the mage and combos. But Rainbow Bridge. And then 3, I definitely got to run 3. Like, this is insane. Then you run the one of. Surprisingly, though, I drew this all day today. I drew this all day. I played 3 of this, don't draw that. I sided in my D-shifter. Didn't draw it at all. But yeah, deck played good. It's just, I played it bad. Like, and that's the thing about learning new decks. Like, a lot of the times, you just need more practice, especially when I've been playing either heroes or something simple like Monarchs off and on. Like, I haven't really touched anything else that's combo or combo orientated. And I learned some new things. Like, Appaloosa sucks if it's against a decks like Flunderies, because they can just chain block its effect. So I won't make that mistake again. I'm just going to go Baguska as soon as I can, and then do the back row, do pop back row, and just go from there. And probably going to look for some rank 3 exceeds. I don't think I'm going to do the combo that Duelist Cypher did in his video, combo video, because if they Nibiru you or if they stop the combo, you can just lose. And yeah, so I got a lot of deck theories to complete this, but this is version 2.0. Like, I'm really satisfied considering it's freaking Crystal Beast. A key takeaway from this video, I won a lot of my game 1s today. I really just lost game 2 and 3 due to my own misplays and my opponent siding and drawing their side deck card, but me siding and not drawing my side deck card. So I don't think I'm gonna end the video here, but that is pretty much everything I wanted to say. Actually, no, it's screwed. I'm gonna end the video here. Post your thoughts and things about this video. Comment section down below. Like the video if you're new here. Got fun, subscribe for more. It's your boy Rogue, and I'm signing out. Peace.